Welcome to the Literary U, sponsored by Park Street Books. Let's meet the characters. Professor James, professor of English at the college. He makes it rain C-minuses. Courtney Seaworth, an exchange student from who knows where. The boomerang is not a prop. Alex attends Medfield Community College and Racquetball Club on a racquetball scholarship. Emily Puddingstone, president of the senior class. She came to power in a bloodless coup, a tradition at MCC and RC. I'm Becca, and I'm only doing this because I used to work at Park Street Books, and Mr. James said that there'd be pizza. Ben Bushnell, our amazing director.
Good news, class. I've graded your Dickens essays, and all of you received a C-.
C-?
Yes, that is the lowest grade you'll ever get in this class, but it's also the highest.
So we all get C- no matter how hard we try?
Yes, that's right. We're here to expand our minds. In my 5 years as professor here at Medfield Community College
And Racquetball Club.
That is the only grade I've ever given out. You should see it as a privilege to receive one. You should also see it as an affront. And today, class, we move from Dickens to another great master of the craft, Dave Pilkey.
The Captain Underpants guy?
Yes, the creator of Captain Underpants works. This unit shall be 90% of your grade for this semester.
Which is still a C-.
Yes, I'm going to make it rain C-. There's going to be C- everywhere. Have you all brought your texts? Miss Davis, is that the sparkle notes I see on your desk? I know Captain Underpants can be a challenge, but let's dive into this together, shall we? Miss Appleton, what character from literature do you feel most resembles Captain Underpants?
For me, it's Kafka's Gregor, from the Metamorphosis.
Ooh, yes, explain.
Salesman to a cockroach, Principal Krupp to Captain Underpants.
Go on.
Instead of becoming a giant cockroach, Principal Krupp becomes a 200-pound baby in tidy whities.
But why does Pilkey take us on this journey?
In my country, that Captain of Underpants would be jailed for this kind of behavior.
Miss Seaforth, your English has improved since you come to this country, but your comment is random, so for you a C-.
Pilkey's captain is a far more tragic figure than Kafka's Gregor.
Are you being deliberately disputatious?
I am.
Defend.
You guys do realize he's just a creepy little guy running around in his underpants.
Just a creepy little guy? Your words are hurtful.
Well, Gregor as insect at one point became comfortable in his exoskeleton. Principal Krupp has no earthly idea he is running around underdressed shouting tra-la-la.
Brilliant. In my 10 years as professor at Medfield Community College
And Racquetball Club.
I've never heard a student raise such an insightful point.
It's what I do.
For you, a C-.
He's not even a real captain.
That brings us to the plunger. What of the plunger? Is it just a simple household item? In Pilkey's Underpantsian world, is it really just a plunger?
Could the plunger be a metaphor for the choices we make, the turning points in our lives?
Go on.
Is the toilet really clogged? Is it the plunger in its physical form that really unclogs it?
Or our conscious effort to plunge?
In my village, we only have one toilet. My family is on the waiting list.
Ooh, we are getting to the sweet marrow now. Back and forth. Go on.
The plunger is just an instrument. Our own conscious effort unclogs.
But the plumber is there when we can't?
Emily, are you speaking of an omnipotent plumber, an all-powerful, all-knowing plumber god?
I am.
Insightful.
It's what I do.
C-.
If you look closely at the Hindu god Vishnu, you will see he's holding a plunger in one of his hands.
Really?
No, just messing with you.
Miss Davis, you may be a great racquetball player, but in this classroom you're just another student.
C-?
C-. Moving on. The Wicked Wedgie Woman. Evil or simply an alliterative comic foil? Discuss.
Does this college get state funding?
I see a villain of almost Dickensian proportions in the Wicked Wedgie Woman.
A sort of Madame Defarge of wedgies.
Wow, in my 15 years as professor at Medfield Community College,
And Racquetball Club.
I've never heard the Wicked Wedgie Woman compared to Madame Defarge.
Again, it's what I do. C-?
Yes, but a C- with distinction.
That's still a C-.
But this one has distinction.
In my village, we have a wedgie woman. She came to an unhappy end.
Our parents paid tuition for us to go here.
$28 per year.
20 of that's for parking.
In our lifetimes, are there times to give wedgies and times to receive wedgies?
Professor, are you saying we are all on a different wedgie path?
Is there certain schadenfreude in witnessing a wedgie? Do we take secret delight in other people's pain?
Depends on the recipient.
Again, though, is the wicked wedgie women evil?
Maybe she represents different things to different readers. She could just be a prankster.
When we are faced with wedgies, we have a choice to endure, to accept the pain, if you will. If we can also stare down the wicked wedgie woman and remove her from our lives.
Miss Puddingstone?
I know, it's what I do.
A very, very, very unhappy end.
That brings us to the Turbo 2000. The Turbo 2000.
The ultimate toilet. The ultimate possession to strive for.
But is it more than just a material possession? What can the Turbo 2000 give us that other toilets can't?
We may strive for all of our lives and never even see the amazing Turbo 2000.
But is it worth striving for?
A powerful, quiet, half-second flush? Yes, I'd say so.
But is the joy in the striving, the journey to the mountain, if you will? Or can we live without a Turbo 2000?
Our village toilet is guarded by vicious chimpanzees. People wait their turn.
Again random and again a C minus.
I met a woman once who had a Turbo 2000.
Have you seen it?
No, she kept it locked away.
In a bathroom?
How did you know?
I've been a professor for 25 years. I know things.
She only uses it for special occasions.
Weddings and birthdays?
After buffets.
Right now, in classrooms all over the world, there are students learning useful, meaningful things.
Your words are hurtful, Miss Davis. C minus. Buddha teaches us that existence is suffering. Much of that suffering comes from our desires. Can we be content to never have a Turbo 2000? To never achieve such a perfect toilet?
It's in the journey, Professor. It's in the journey.
A big, happy, well-fed, well-deserved C minus to you.
Thank you. It's what I do.
So what have we learned from Captain Underpants?
I've learned that cafeteria ladies and plungers and swirlies have woven their way into Western literary fabric.
I have learned that 58 pages of this novel explain more than 60 pages of any other novel.
The captain of Underpants makes me love this country even more.
I have learned that $28 a year for tuition.
20 of that's for parking.
Yeah, I have learned that $28 a year may sound like a good deal until you've actually attended Medfield Community College.
And Racquetball Club.